Hello and welcome back to my channel. So lots and lots of requests, and after learning more about her, I can definitely see why. Today we are going to be talking about Tyla. And not only are we going to be talking about Tyla's rise to fame and her music, we're also going to be talking about types of South African music that inspire her own work. And because quite a few of the words that I will be saying in today's video, they are Zulu, so obviously not my native language, I'm absolutely going to do my best with the pronunciation, but please, show your girl a little bit of grace. But yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into Tyla. Tyla Lawrencetho, also known as Tyla, is a 21-year-old singer from Johannesburg, South Africa. She's of Indian, Zulu, Mauritian, and Irish descent. Growing up, Tyla always dreamed of becoming an entertainer and grew up loving American R&B. She was a theater kid and, according to her, just a dramatic child in general who always wanted to do music. She cited artists like Rihanna, Cassie, and Aaliyah as her inspirations. And while studying mining engineering, Tyla was also trying to make a name for herself as an artist and uploaded singing covers to Instagram and TikTok and was sending them to different industry figures. Tyla actually later admitted that she stole her dad's phone in order to make her first Instagram account because she knew that she just had to get her music out there. Tyla said this helped her grow a following organically, so the growth was easier to get used to, and it eventually got her connected with her manager. She later dropped out of university after it seemed likely that her music career would take off. Tyla rose to prominence due to the popularity of her 2019 single Getting Late, which TikTok played a large role in. She'd already grown a following on the app because of the song and dance covers that she'd been posting. The single was produced by fellow Johannesburg producer Cool Drink. With Getting Late, the pair wanted to dip into a type of music called Amapiano, and Tyla said it was her first time making an Amapiano song. Amapiano is a South African genre of house music, its name coming from the Zulu word for the pianos or the piano people. Amapiano is typically slower in rhythm, and on average the songs are usually between 110 and 120 beats per minute. This was a genre that was heavily created and shaped by DJs, as they would invite piano players or keyboardists to play atop of their sets. Pioneers of Amapiano include Kabza De Small, a South African house DJ who transitioned into Amapiano after popularizing it. Likewise, DJ Maphorsa is also considered a pioneer of Amapiano, and aside from producing music for others, he frequently collaborates with Kabza De Small. Amapiano has been popular in South African clubs, and thanks to social media and the rise of artists and DJs like the major league DJs, who of course make Amapiano, the genre is being spread around the world. Tyla fell in love with the final product of Getting Late, which she says was a combined effort between herself, Cool Drink, and her stylist and creative director, who also gave input. They also decided that the single would be her first release. Having grown up writing songs, Tyla also penned Getting Late herself. She said about the song, "I wanted the song to be fun because all girls can relate. When we're getting ready, we will make everyone and anyone wait. But also I wanted to play with the idea that guys should wait for something they really want. Not only for a girl getting ready, but also for a woman to be ready maybe for a relationship. It's like, relax, I'm gonna take my time and it will be worth it in the end." The single was a hit in South Africa, going viral online and peaking at number 27 on Spotify's top 50 chart in South Africa. Tyla would continue making Amapiano music and currently describes her sound as a mix of Amapiano, pop, Afrobeats, and R&B, which she's nicknamed Popiano. The video for Getting Late, which came in January of 2021, was self-financed by Tyla and according to her was intended to look like an African fairy tale. The video was intended to be shot and released the year earlier, but because of the pandemic, Tyla said they only got a few shots done before they had to scrap it. The patience and perseverance clearly paid off, as the video currently has over 7 million views and reached outside of South Africa, which is something Tyla said that she didn't expect. When the video was released, she even publicly stated, "Even if it only gets 270 views on YouTube and my career fails, I'll just watch this video on repeat for the rest of my life and I'm pretty sure I'll be happy."
And what moments just in your life so far did you feel like the most proud of yourself?
That's a nice question. The last time I remember being like super proud is when, just when I released the video of Getting Late, because I just knew we didn't really have much to work with, but we came out with something so amazing. And I feel like I use that as a lesson all the time.
Looking through the comments on the video on TikTok, several are super supportive. I saw a lot of Ariana Grande comparisons. There are people calling Tyla the Black Ariana Grande. I'm assuming because of the similar vocal tones, but my mind didn't go to Ariana. And I also saw some pushback in the comments, the typical don't compare, no one has to be a different version of another artist. And then others brought up that Tyla doesn't identify as Black. I think sometimes it can be easy to forget that not every country or culture has the same categorizations of or concepts of race. Just months after putting out her video, Tyla signed her first major label deal with Epic Records. I believe prior to this she was completely independent with no label. According to Breakroom Africa, the record deal is through a venture with Johannesburg, New York-based Fax Records and is co-managed by We Make Music and Africa Creative Agency. Tyla hit the ground running with more single releases and collaborations. One of these singles, Overdue, was featured in the Netflix series Blood and Water. A brief summary of the South African series reads, after crossing paths at a party, a Cape Town teen sets out to prove whether private school swimming star is her sister who was abducted at birth. Tyla's song was featured in the drama's second season. Overdue, produced by and featuring Cool Drink and DJ Lag, is an electronic dance song about feelings that hopefully don't go unreturned. Again, you can really feel the house influence here, and that's because Overdue is an example of another South African style of music called gong. This is how it's actually pronounced. My American ass just can't do it. Gong, 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 gong. This style of music, also originating in the mid-2010s, is similarly derived from house music and South African house music, especially called kwaito. Gom, which originated in Durban, South Africa, is named for the Zulu word for drum and can also mean to hit a drum or refer to the sound a drum makes when hit. As the name suggests, the genre is very bass and percussion heavy and also has very irregular kick drum beats. I saw descriptions saying that it's more raw and broken in its sound, which by the way is a characteristic, not a criticism. It's also a characteristic of Gom that is rather sparing in its lyrics as the focus is on the instrumental. Babes Wodumo's Wololo, which is considered to be one of, if not the first Gom songs, was featured in the first Black Panther and the scene where T'Challa visits Shuri at her lab, so you've likely been introduced to this type of music before even if you didn't know it. I didn't know it, but I remember liking it a lot when I saw the movie, so I'm happy to learn that this is an entire genre. DJ Lag, who again is on Overdue with Tyla, is also considered to be a Gom pioneer thanks to his 2016 hit Ice Drop. He said about this, I produced Ice Drop after being heavily influenced from my time producing hip-hop. It's interesting that the samples used here are hip-hop samples blended into the Gom beat. Ice Drop was also the first Gom track which had a music video. It was the first opportunity for the rest of the world to see how we danced and partied to this new sound that was emerging. Listening to Overdue, there's definitely more of a dance and electronic influence in the production, along with the Gom. Again, Tyla penned the song herself, and her soft, sweet vocals glide over the production. Also that year, Tyla featured on Tata, a song with other South African artists Sean Music, F Tears, and DJ Maphorisa. She features with Young Stunna, who's a fellow South African artist, as well as Maju Main, but Maju Main and DJ Maphorisa are actually the same person. The Maju Main moniker is just to distinguish that these are the vocals. This is another Amapiano track, and there's something both luring and teasing about Tyla's vocals and how they're mixed in with the production. They duck in and out of the music, almost interwoven with it in her verse before Young Stunna comes in. Tyla returns about 2/3 of the way through the track with her breathy vocals. I know Amapiano has typically a slower tempo, but I was starting to wonder as I learned more about it if that has anything to do directly with the runtime of the songs. Because I noticed that Tata was about 6 minutes and then looked up several other Amapiano songs, and quite a lot of them hit between that 5 to 6 minute runtime. I found out later that Tyla said Amapiano songs typically are longer. In this interview where she said that, she was talking about her song getting late, but she says, I mixed it with pop because I wanted to make a 3-minute song. Amapiano songs were like 8 minutes, 10 minutes at that time. And I was like, oh, that's a bit too long. Let me make an Amapiano song that has the normal format of a pop song or an R&B song. She also noted that these songs can be longer because there's typically a more open collaboration process, which can lead to a lot of featured artists on the song if they have something they want to contribute to the beat. To last, also released in 2022, is another Amapiano single of Tyla's, this time solo. The single is about an ill-fated relationship and accusing someone of not having wanted to do the work to make the relationship last. In the second verse, she sings, ripped away a part of me, you left me here to bleed. It's the way you say, baby, please hold on to me. Don't want you to be a memory. The song wasn't inspired by a personal experience, but by a breakup one of Tyla's friends went through. Though she's never been in a relationship herself, Tyla said she hoped she was able to give good advice to her friend and accurately capture her feelings in the song. 2023 has undoubtedly been Tyla's global breakout year. In February, she made her debut at Milan Fashion Week, sitting front row at the Dolce & Gabbana show. The dress she's wearing is from the Spring-Summer 2007 collection, and it's the same dress that Lady Gaga wore for the cover art of her single Paparazzi. At the event, Tyla performed one of her latest singles at the time that Tricky Stewart produced, Been Thinking. Apparently, Tyla and Tricky made the song in just one night. It's a more upbeat dance track in which Tyla admits she can't keep her mind off a certain boy on the other side of the dance floor. It's reminiscent of hits from earlier R&B pop stars that Tricky worked with in the 2000s like Ciara or Rihanna, but some Afro beats have been infused in the production as well. Though the label wanted her to film the video in LA, Tyla insisted on shooting it at home in South Africa so that South African dancers could be in it and her culture could be displayed. Tyla said, the vibe is very different at home. You can always teach people the dance moves, but it's different. You have to have that authentic flavor. The video was shot by Meji Alabi, a London-born Nigerian filmmaker who's also shot videos for Burna Boy, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Victoria Monet, and Leanne. During Fashion Week, Tyla was touring Europe as an opening act for Chris Brown on the European leg of his tour, which lasted from mid-February to late March. And in March, Spotify named Tyla their Equal Africa artist for that month.
I've always been like a big dreamer.
Hello, this is your dream speaking.
Hey, I'm Tyla People.
But it never used to be like a reality for us. Especially in South Africa, like there's not a lot of people that make it out. Growing up in Johannesburg gave me my edge. Amapiano is growing. I'm so proud.
With the Equal Africa initiative, launched in April 2021, Spotify aims to bring more attention to the work of African women in music and help promote their work to a global audience. Additionally, the initiative aims to provide these artists with both support and resources to continue growing with their music. Ahead of the summer, Tyla put out Girl Next Door, a collaboration with Nigerian artist Ira Star. Tyla sings the first verse, pre-chorus, and chorus, and Ira takes the second verse and pre-chorus before they sing the final chorus together. The lyrics are a different take on the phrase girl next door. Instead of just using it as a term for a relatable chill girl, they're saying, don't you leave me for the girl next door. Though the song is about warning a man not to be foolish and do something that will ruin the relationship, it's not necessarily a song about begging a man to stay, but one that says, if you mess things up, if you leave me, I'm not going to wait around for you to come back. So more of a warning. In her verse, Ira sings, I won't waste no time, I can have another you by 9. So very much, I can have another you in a minute, matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute type beat. Despite what Girl Next Door is about, it's very easy to find yourself just relaxing and vibing to it. The production is handled by Nigerian producer Prime, and he creates a breezy blend of Afro beats, Amapiano, and R&B. Water, Tyla's international breakout single, came this past summer at the end of July. In the song, Tyla challenges a boy to keep up with her and match her pace and passion. She asks questions like, can you match my timing, can you blow my mind, and can you snatch my soul from me? The song can be referring to an interaction on the dance floor or the bedroom, and the lines are intentionally blurred, as are the meanings of water. Again, the song went viral on TikTok. This was pushed partly by the choreography, which is now called the water dance, which people have either enjoyed emulating as part of the so-called water challenge, or have just enjoyed watching Tyla do. She's actually doing a South African style of dance called Bacardi, in which she kicks her legs out and sways her hips on the chorus while pouring a bottle of water down her own back.
Okay, the thing that you have to keep consistent is you have to like move your waist around and
right. So is that in the knees, Tyla, would you say?
Like it's kind of like a
Is that more of a knee action? All right, how's that looking?
It's good enough. And then that's when you shake the bum.
So I'm turning out and then...
Yeah.
That...
Yeah.
It's quite hard, isn't it?
Not for me.
The song and the choreography started gaining traction while Tyla was on tour this year, even before Water's official release. According to Time magazine, the hashtags Tyla Water and Tyla Water Challenge have a combined 448.6 million views, and the song has been used in over 500,000 videos. That was as of October 6th, and as of today, which is November 6th, the song has been used in now over 1.1 million videos. The music video, which came at the beginning of last month, has already amassed over 32 million views. In it, Tyla and her friends sweat and strut through an earth-tone home before going out for a night of dancing. And in it, Tyla and her backup dancers also recreate the viral water dance. Tyla's done several live performances of Water, from tour stops to Vivo Discover to Bianca to Jimmy Fallon. Not only was it her first time on The Tonight Show, but it was also Tyla's US TV debut. So far, the song has peaked at number 1 on the airplay charts and the official South African charts, and at number 4 on Billboard's South Africa chart. In addition, Water's peaked at number 6 in Australia, number 1 in New Zealand, and at number 4 in the UK singles chart, going number 1 on their Afrobeats chart. In the US, the single peaked at number 21 on the Hot 100, and at number 1 on Billboard's Afrobeats chart as well. Tyla's Hot 100 entry made her the youngest South African to have an entry on the chart. Also, she's the first South African soloist since Hugh Masekela, known as the father of South African jazz, to have an entry in the Hot 100. His song Grazing in the Grass entered the charts in 1968, where it went number 1. And just yesterday, Tyla received her first Grammy nomination as Water is up for Best African Music Performance. Billboard recognized Tyla's first entry on the chart last month and also named her their R&B and Hip-Hop Rookie of the Month. She told Billboard about her success. It's crazy just being a normal girl in South Africa and then living this dream that I've always wanted to live. I used to be so jealous watching all of the American celebrities on TV, like the Kardashians, Adele, Rihanna, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj. I was like, one day I'm gonna be there. I actually used to want to be born in America only because I thought only Americans could be famous. I did not know it could happen for us because it really didn't happen very often for people in Africa and especially South Africa. And you guys know where I stand on this. I hate the idea that you have to make it in America to be considered to have made it, but definitely understand why artists do want to make it in America. And I enjoy the fact that a lot of these international artists are still able to succeed in America without having to completely change their music or remove all of its cultural influences. In her Billboard interview, Tyla said that Amapiano is so special to her because it's a sound that comes from her home country, which is why she and so many other South African artists are proud of it, but also vocal about where the sound originates. She also expressed optimism over the fact that as Amapiano becomes more popular globally, it creates more opportunities for South African artists to travel, make music, and make a living off of their music. As doors continue to open, Tyla said that she'd like to collaborate with some more American artists. Also last month, Tyla appeared on one of the girls' mixes of Summer Walker's Girls Need Love, adding an original second verse. The mixes, all included on an EP, also included versions featuring Tink and Victoria Monet. And speaking of EPs, Tyla has announced that her debut EP is coming soon. I've also seen it be called an album, so I'm not sure what it will be because sources are saying both, but it will be a project with new music regardless.
I went to studio to make more top 10s. You guys are not ready for this album. I'm releasing an album in November. And the songs are just killer. I don't know, when the success hits, they feel like, okay, cool, and they can relax. But this is the time where you actually have to work and push. So that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm recording a lot of bangers, and yeah, like, I'm excited for the drop. It's gonna be a moment for real.
One of her hopes is that more artists, not just from South Africa, but the entire continent, are eventually recognized globally for their work. In an interview with ID magazine, she said she would be excited one day to be able to say the biggest artist in the world is from Africa, especially if it's her. But yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts, let me know your feelings. You can rest assured that doing this video, learning more about Tyla, she definitely made a fan out of me. So I'm excited for her EP, album, whatever it may be. I'm ready to listen to it, and I'm excited for whatever that turns out to be. And also, I am aware that I still owe y'all an Iris Star video, which I am excited to do. So look forward to that, and I promise you will not be waiting too long. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can stick around for more. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up with me there. And if you want to become a channel member, the link is in the video's description. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so very much, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye-bye.